Hi, this is Dr. Konstantin, and for those of you who are not subscribed to my channel, I am a facial plastic surgeon and a facelift expert. And today I'd like to talk to you about recovery after a facelift, especially for those people who've done it recently and they're looking in the mirror and they're saying, oh my God, why does it look so terrible? Stay tuned. In my practice, I've done well over 2,000 facelifts, and every time we do a facelift, the same questions and the same worries comes up. So I figured the best thing to do would be to make this video for my patients and for all of you who are recovering from a facelift. So number one, after a facelift, your neck is going to feel very tight. And I tell this to my every patient, but every time they come back the next day for a checkup, they say, doctor, you told me my neck is going to be tight, but I never thought it's going to be that tight. So just remember, this is perfectly normal, this is to be expected, and it will be going away. So after any surgical procedure, naturally there's going to be some swelling. And typically the face would swell up somewhere around the cheeks, making the cheeks a little bigger, a little puffier. Now this is not like the old day facelifts when the face would just swell up like a balloon and the eyes would turn into tiny slits, but still there is some swelling to be expected and it will be going away with time, so just remember that. What you see a few days after a facelift is not your final result. Number three, hardness, or in medical terms it's called induration. So when you touch your face with your fingers, when you run your fingers around your neck, everything is going to feel hard, and this is perfectly normal and it will be going away with time, so don't get scared if you feel hardness. Now, one very common complaint that people have is that it's difficult to open their mouth. Now, if you want to try to bite a big apple or eat a chewy steak a day or two after a facelift, you may have a hard time doing that. So the best thing to do, get some soft food, maybe yogurt, smoothies, something that you really don't have to work hard chewing, or you don't have to open your mouth fully to bite. Number five, you're gonna have some numbness. Absolutely everyone has it, and your ear's gonna feel numb. I hear from my patients, oh, I feel like my ears are not mine anymore. I feel like they're made out of rubber. And this is perfectly normal and it will be going away. I know it feels very scary when you rub your fingers around your face and it just feels so different, but it's gonna start going away after about a week or two, and usually by 2 months, all the sensation completely back. Number six, asymmetry. When people look in the mirror after a facelift, one side might appear fuller than the other, and it's very natural because one side can swell up a little bit more than the other, but everybody starts getting nervous. People think, oh my God, my face looks crooked. Is it gonna stay this way? Absolutely not. The swelling goes away, everything goes back to normal, everything should look perfectly even, but for a period of time, there might be a difference from one side to the next one. Number seven, people have lumps and bumps after a facelift and all kind of grooves, and some areas look pulled. And if you study your face a day or 2 days after a facelift in the mirror, you're definitely gonna see those. And those lumps and bumps gonna come and go. One day it's gonna look bigger, next day it's gonna look smaller, and then it's gonna completely disappear, but the new one will show up. Absolutely don't worry about it. The first week or two after a facelift, it's perfectly normal and it will be going away with time. Just have to wait it out. Number eight, you are going to have some bruises, or most people would have some bruises. Now, bruises typically happen in the neck area, not so much in the face, although it's also possible. In the neck and upper chest, this is the area where people just don't expect to get it. When you look at your upper chest and it looks completely bruised up, it looks very scary, but it's perfectly normal. It's completely harmless and it should go away after about 1 or 2 weeks. Number nine, people start looking at the incisions and they look more noticeable. Of course, the first week or two after the procedure, you're gonna see them. People get scared that they're gonna be visible afterwards. They think that they're too long. Don't worry about it. All the incisions, if you have a procedure done by somebody who specializes in facelifts, they are done in such a way that it's going to be very difficult to notice them after the healing process is complete. But of course, during the first couple of weeks, you're definitely going to see them a lot more. Number 10 is, of course, the internet and all that stuff on the internet that you can find about facelifts and complication of facelifts. Now, I practice in New York, so all my patients are incredibly busy. They have jobs, they have kids, they have grandkids, so they really don't have time to do much research and spend time at the computer. But once they get the procedure, they have all this time, they have nothing to do, they go to the computer and start looking at the facelift and what can go wrong with the facelift and the complications of the facelift. And of course, most of those things they find completely irrelevant to them because they had a very different procedure. But they start worrying about it and they start getting nervous and they feel, oh my God, what if I had something like that? Now, the advice I give to all my patients and to all the viewers here, do your research before the procedure. Look at all the possible complications, talk to your doctor, find out, can this happen to me? Because afterwards, there is really no point researching it. It's already done, you already had your facelift. So do your research before, not after. This is Dr. Konstantin, and we were talking about facelifts and what are the things that can absolutely terrify you when you're looking in the mirror after having done a facelift, but all of those things are going to be going away as the healing process continues. Now, if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe below, like, comment. I hope to see you again.